Come get your money. Pay like carp fishing with Donald Barrow.
Hi, this is Donald Barrow. Come get your money. Pay like carp fishing. You know, I love it when guys say that. I don't know, it just came to me to create that. Hey, this is kind of odds and ends. I was headed to do a pickup video, and I'm going to do one after this video. But I got to looking down at all the crap that I had out and that I was going over, and I just wanted to share little tidbits, I call this. First thing I look down and I see just packs of pre-tied hooks. Thomas Bailey, Mud Pigs, Ron Matthew, Wicket. Hey, I said it right. Wicket, hooks. If you see a bunch of empty packs, empty packs, it's, oh, the Wicket Reapers, awesome. Gorillas, what's empty? Empty, I don't even remember what those, I think they were a test hook. Mud Pigs 1.0, I think those things are hot. Gorilla 1.0s are the next big thing. I guarantee it. And oinkers have been a staple. Yeah, I'm going to clear all these off, but that's the hooks I'm using this weekend. I have no hesitation. The only thing I said in another video, I about cried cutting off the hooks to put on new hooks because I was cutting off perfectly fine hooks. But yeah, I'll use those hooks again. They had like 2 weeks on it, two trips, not even weeks. I didn't fish a lot last week. Hey, I saw, this is something simple, something stupid maybe, but I don't use, $5 saltwater swivels, but I don't use the in the box Walmart hanging on the wrap 96 cents for 6 swivels. You can do better, and it'll take one time of you breaking one off on a fish. Or it's not even that. I'll tell you what the real secret is when I use cheap 3-way swivels inside that little weld that keeps the swivel swiveling, it would bend and it wouldn't swivel as well. And that's a hang up. You throw it out there and your ball comes back and the hook's over to another hook and you just wasted an hour. So for a buck, buy better swivels. I saw that my pliers, I have actually I have 3 pairs of pliers. My brother-in-laws both carry a pair of pliers. All 3 of us have had to have hooks pulled out because we were young and stupid. Well, I wasn't young, but I was just stupid. I'm maybe still stupid, but trying to unhook carp with a double swivel, with double hooks, with our fingers. And I see a lot of guys, they try to act like, hey, I'm a big time fisherman. I've been doing this for years. I'll pull it out. It only takes about one time. Or maybe those guys are so dumb they've done it before and it doesn't bother them. But I tell you what, when you hook one deep, you will use pliers. Use them, and it's a heck of a lot safer. Just use pliers. I was like noticing my weights, and I'm sorry I'm rambling, I'm all over the place. This is your standard no roll. Any pay lake fisherman, 99% of them use this. Over the last year or two, they've come out with, oh, and I've even seen them, guys will even hook them upside down thinking that's an advantage. They'll turn them over like this, and they tell me, oh, they can strike faster. That's, it's just a habit. It's not. Ron came out, I don't know who designed it, who made it for him. He probably did it in his basement or garage, but he basically come out with a no roll. Besides looking cool, it works better. It's thick. And another way, guys, I don't have one, we'll throw an egg sinker, just a round sinker, because they can throw it farther. And 1 ounce, if you throw a no roll and you throw a 1 ounce egg sinker, you'll throw the egg sinker farther. It's less it's more compact and it's uh, less likely to get caught up in the winds because us professional casters can throw 200 yards and the wind matters. Nah, not really, but you get the point. In theory, an egg sinker throws farther, but the reality is the egg sinker, um, one, you throw a carp cast and it lobs in, it really goes in farther than the flat sinker. And then two, if it's hard ground, it rolls. The reason you use no roll sinkers is because they don't roll on the bottom. I think these came out of salt water. So when the tide and the current wouldn't pull your bait off, that's where I used them 40 years ago in salt water. But these sinkers, somebody thought about it. Ron, I'm not sure if it was his idea, but he sells them. He really thought about it. So this has the advantage, of being compact, like an egg sinker, and it doesn't roll. So it's like a roll. So it's a great compromise. Called a hybrid, but it's if you want to be using the best. And this is 3/4 of an ounce because all my 1 ounces are on my rods for the fish off. Didn't have any extra. Looking in my box. I was just going to tell you about my box. My old box is up here, my new box on top of it. I carry this big old box, and I actually still do with these big old bass fishing. Used to have 4 of these, but I had whittled it down to one carry case, storage. And to be honest, I every time I fished and got wet, everything in there got flooded. Every time, I'm changing the hook in the middle of the night. I'm going through it. I'm dumping it. Hell, one time I even caught a ball hit right inside. Big old mess right on top of my all my stuff. And I told my wife I wanted a new tackle box. She said, "Great, order it for my birthday." And I gave her the order number and tried to act surprised, but she was surprised. She said, "That's your. You must have ordered the wrong size. It's too small." And no, I've got two little storage things, and when it's 1 o'clock in the morning, or actually it's 1:30, and you just caught a fish, they're biting, they're in the spot, you want to get that rods out for the last 30 minutes, and you look at the down and the hook is bent. So you got to get a new setup on there quick. And you want, I have spare tackle I keep in this one. My big box, which you see in all that other, that's spare tackle too. That don't go to the lake. One of these days, something will get stolen, and I want to have tackle. Plus, it's just reserve stuff. But my main box is right here. It's this small. Because if you're a pay lake carp fisherman, you need setups, pre-tied, ready to go. Whether you tie them or Thomas Bailey or Tom, one of his guys at Wicket, ties it, or both. You want to have stuff ready to go. You got to have weights. I've thought out, where I'm fishing, I'm not going to use a 1/4 ounce weight. I'm not going to use a 3/8 ounce weight. I'll use a 3/4, depending on the spot, or 1 ounce. And that's all what's in here. The pre-tied setups, beads. These look like little corn kernel beads, but they're just beads, and they're ready to go. And my swivels, single and triple spreaders. That's all you need in the middle of the night. That's what you're going to grab. The only other thing is I have somewhere over there I have scissors on a leash so that I can quickly grab them. Doesn't matter. Actually, they're on my desk. I can see them from here. I'm not going to go get them, but Uh, so I can, yeah, scissors and my quick tackle setup is how I go. Um, I know I talked a lot about Thomas Bailey's uh, these mud pigs indicators. I said key fob indicators. I have a lot of these. Uh, Frankly, the Thomas Bailey indicators let up fine at night. You hold them, you charge them, and they work. Uh, but at night, I'm much slower, and I'm not looking at my rod as much. I'm just being honest, and so I go with the key fobs, lighted. These things, you know, that. Oh wow, it's showing great. In the flashing mode, these things will last 5 hours. If you put them on the faux power mode where they're just bright and solid, much easier. You get used to the flashing mode. I used to hate it, so I'd go bright. But in faux bright mode, 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Um, that's why you have to have a lot. No, but the flashing mode, uh, brand new ones will go forever, 5 6 hours, and you don't start in darkness. I put them on in the light. Usually I have the Thomas Bailey ones on, and then when it gets dark, like I said, I throw these on, and uh, just a set will get you by if you put them on that flash mode, strobing mode or whatever you want to call it. Um, that's what I. Oh, look there. Spray, bleeding spray. I'm not trying to cover. This one is, what is this? I think it's blue. Blue or grape? Blue. It's grape to me. Uh, Wicket bleeding spray. Does it work? Sometimes. Yeah. Um, do I always use it? No. I save it, but I've got like 5 different flavors. I don't notice a lot of difference. I match it up. If I'm throwing strawberries, I throw it on red. If I'm throwing grape, blue. Um, I don't throw anything that's green, but I've sprayed green on and it's worked. So uh, it's bleeding spray, and if you spray it on a pickup, and I should probably demonstrate it, it bleeds. It floats up in the water column, and it works. You put it on just like pickups. You put out your spread of pickups, and you put it out there, and if they take that one, you know, you give it a fair shake. I mean, even if they don't, you put it out there a couple hours. If they take the bleeding one, you put more bleeding out there, you know. And some nights they do, some nights they don't. But you got to have it. It's a quick option. You know, it's a quick option to try. This was a little odds and ends. I wasn't planning to make this video, but like I said, I was looking at my desk and I had odds and ends, and I'm in the video kind of mood today. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Um,
I hope you enjoyed my video. Please like and subscribe. And thank you. Appreciate it.